the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go live.
So Chris, talk a little bit about your amateur background.
I'll be honest with you, I did very little as an amateur. I didn't put a glove on until I was 16. I had 11 amateur fights, 6 of them coming over here when I was in college. I was playing soccer at a really good level, so I had to try and balance boxing and soccer, and it wasn't the easiest of tasks. But I've never been really out the gym since I turned 16. You know, I've always been in and around the gym, and my goal was never to box amateur. I just wanted to turn pro. Even when I couldn't even throw a jab, I wanted to turn pro. It's all I ever wanted to do. And now I feel that I've got the right team around me, and I'm at the right stage in my career, you know, that I can do it now. So why not? I'm 25 years old, so why not have a go?
Now you're in the gyms a little bit with like Andre Rozier,
yeah,
Danny Jacobs,
yeah,
Richard Comey.
Yeah.
What's that experience like?
It's great. You know, I don't want to disrespect, you know, like any people I've trained with in the past, but I've learned more in being around Andre and Terence, who's Curtis Stevens' uncle, Terence Simpson. Terence has been a massive help to me, as well as Andre. But being around Richard, Duke Makers, you know, really highly rated at bantamweight with the WBO and WBA. And just being around like Curtis Stevens, another one, being around these kids in the gym, you just don't stop learning off them. And I've literally learned the more in 3 months than I've learned in most of my career.
Did you ever get to like spar with Richard Comey or Danny Jacobs or? No,
I'm too small for them. No, I was sick that day. No, I've obviously watched them spar and stuff like that, but I've never moved around with them myself now.
Now coming up, Canelo, Alvarez, Danny Jacobs.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's probably going to be a little favoritism because
yeah,
you're with Danny. But how do you think Danny's going to do against Canelo Alvarez?
Danny's massive, but he's going to Vegas. He's 3 rounds down before the fight starts, as far as I'm concerned. You know, I think he's got to get a knockout or got to push for a knockout against, you know, against Canelo. But Canelo's never going to be, he's never going to feel anything like he's felt when he fights Danny. You know, I think, you know, Danny beat Golovkin, and I think Golovkin beat Canelo. I think he beat him both times, so, and I can see Danny winning. I think Danny's too big, too strong. People don't realise how big he is, and it's really going to show.
What's your thoughts on the rehydration clause?
It's a joke. What you know, everything's always in Canelo's favour, isn't it? And you know, I'm not being a hater towards Canelo or anything like that, but he's supposed to be middleweight champion of the world. Why does he need a rehydration clause? It goes back to when Matthew Hatton boxed him for the world title at 150 pounds for the world super welterweight title. It's just pathetic. If you're a world champion, you don't need a rehydration clause. And I know there's the thing with the IBF, but in the past, when Julius Ndongo fought Terence Crawford, there was no rehydration clause when that was a unification fight. So why are they doing it now? It's just one rule for one for another. It's a joke.
Now, you know, with that being said, does Danny Jacobs need a knockout against Canelo Alvarez?
I think he's got to put him down. I think he's got to knock him down. He does, you know, a knockout would obviously be the ideal, you know, result. But I think Danny's got to send him to the canvas to get a result.
Now, just going back to you, upcoming fights, any dates, anything?
Yeah, well, like I've got a management team who help me around me. You know, I work very closely with Richard Comey's team, and obviously Andre's looking after me a bit on that side of things as well. The gym's busy at the moment. Like, we got Chris Algieri's fight's going to be announced in the next week or so. You know, he's going to be in a big fight. Danny, obviously, you know, out in Mayfield. So I'm kind of like biding my time, learning our way, because we do things a lot differently than I've ever done before. So I'm going to be looking at middle of May to middle of June will probably be when I fight. I've been given a few options, so I'm just going to leave it down to the team. I'll fight.
Canelo,
I'll fight whenever.
Undercard? You think you can sneak
No,
in there?
I tried that one. I tried the anti-Joshua one as well, but now unfortunately not. But like I said, there's a couple of options on the table, and it's about getting the right fights for me. Like I said, I only had 11 amateur fights, And then I had a few what we call unlicensed fights in the UK, which are like underground fights over here, which they were a bit good entertainment. But you know, it's about getting the right fights at the right time in the right places on our terms. So I'm just gonna leave it down to to Andre and Mick, who look after me, and they'll make that decision for me. All I'm doing is just staying hard in the gym, working hard, doing everything right. And honestly, I could fight 4 rounds tomorrow. But I want to fight 4 rounds and look good fighting 4 rounds.
Now, for everyone, Chris, where can find you on your social media if you want to continue your journey?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at ChrisGlover28. Same on Instagram and Facebook. Just type in Chris Glover and it'll pop up somewhere. So yeah, you can find me on all 3. Just ChrisGlover28, and hopefully, it's gonna be a hard ask, but I believe I can do it. I've been working. I've been in the gym now for like nearly 10 years, and I'm peaking now, and I'm starting to improve now, and I'm with the right people now. So it's now or never really for me. And like I said, I'll know after 1 fight. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, well, I had to go.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thanks for your time, Ron. Appreciate it, mate.
So if you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, from title, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.